Yeah, pink eye. Hey guys, my name is Phil Jameson, and as you can probably tell from my name, I am Greek. And we Greeks are very proud. You know, we have an ancient culture. We like to name our kids after Greek heroes and gods. Risky. I have a cousin, Aristotle. What a dope. In 8th grade, he got a 0 out of 10 on a true-false test. The real Aristotle will tell you that's statistically impossible. That's just about it. I had another cousin, he was kind of built like the last 5 comedians averaged together, body type, and his name was Adonis. And only 2 things can go wrong with naming your kid Adonis, and that's if he's not an Adonis and he's walking around with Adonis, or if he is an Adonis, in which case they'll call him a narcissist. It's another Greek. But yeah, that's what we Greeks do, and they didn't do it on me, but they wanted to do it to my sister. So my dad decided that he'd call my sister Athena, my little baby sister, and I remember when she was born, and I took a look at that kid, and we all kind of did. Athena, of course, the goddess of wisdom and beauty and grace. And Dad, Medusa was a Greek also. He didn't really like that suggestion. But we named our son Dylan. That was a little bit of a less risky proposition. Year 2000 in Florida. So did everybody else in Florida, named their kid Dylan. And tell you, we made some dicey situations. I remember I was at the Nickelodeon resort pool in Orlando. I went up to the edge of the pool. I went, Dylan, get out of the pool. 99 kids looked at me in a panic. Daddy, this guy wants me out of the pool. He knows my name. If one kid didn't, that was my Dylan. He dove back into the brown water, just trying to avoid me. And then it would have been okay. It wouldn't have ended in violence or anything if I didn't say my next line, which was, Dylan, get out of the pool, come upstairs with me, and take a shower right now. And, yeah, it's one thing to have an angry dad beat you up at 99. Oh, God. But, anyway. I got great hair, a lot of us Greeks do, and I donated my hair just last week. I donated my hair to a chemo patient, You're welcome. You might be looking at me up here. It's not just the hair on your head that you'll lose when you have chemo. So it was a different hair. So Florida's full of old people. I think you know that. Let's hear it for the boomers. Everybody, big round of applause. Oh, wow, there's silence in my jokes. Okay. I had an aunt, God bless her, 82 years old. My uncle died. She didn't want to live the rest of her life all alone, and got on ourtime.com, set up a dating profile. God love her, met an older gentleman. They had a date. She didn't really like him, so they didn't really click. I don't know, he was after her for sex or something too early. I don't know what happened. And she ended up ghosting him. Literally. She passed away before the second date. But, that happens. Thank you. The other septuagenarian in the room could relate to that one. That's good. That's good. Just about everybody in Florida works in the medical industry. I noticed that. There's, it's basically Florida's #1 cash crop. And my best friend from college, he's a doctor. He's not very good. I wouldn't let the guy touch me. I didn't let him touch me in college either. But I wouldn't let him touch me. He works for hospice, which is the best place for him. The only way you could fuck that job up is if your patient lives. So that's perfect for that guy. But, Florida's way down on the end of a peninsula. You're living in South Florida, you're looking at an 11-hour drive to get to Tallahassee. So just to get out of there. So, everyone flies, and flying sucks, and it always has, because it's gotten worse. Especially the way I do it. I fly Southwest, and you scramble for a vacant seat. They call your group together, and I got on a plane recently, and I found it empty. I found a single seat finally next to a guy, and said, "Hey, make myself at home, make the best of this." Sat down next to him, took my shoes off. I cracked one open. I tried to make the best of this flight as I could, and all of a sudden the guy starts screaming at me. He's yelling at me. 2 guys come, they drag me off the plane. Fucking pilots. So, anybody watch football? Anybody like football here? You used to have a team up here, didn't you? Yeah. Oh, you still do. I'm sorry, the Ravens. But so I was, it's a funny sport. It's sort of a homoerotic sport under a veil of masculinity, and now that it's very, very technical and very analytical, it's the same. I was watching the draft last week. Anybody watch the draft? The draft is where the best players get to be picked by the shittiest teams, and I swear to God, I had to write this down. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. This guy says, Tyrod is an explosive penetrator. He really puts pressure on the interior. He can really bring it from both sides, Kirk. Oh my God. Watch this tape of him riding his man to the ground in Miami last week. Whoa, kids! Whoa! Isn't the Latin on? Come on, change the channel. Yeah, that really hasn't changed. But anyway, I had a friend. She was a huge football fan, and I'll end on this. Tell you about her. She's a character, and she loved Mahomes. She was like, "Oh my God, Patrick's so cute." And she was covered in ink. She had a lot of tattoos, and she only had one spot left. It was like right here, so she got Mahomes tattooed right there. And she didn't like it. She didn't think it was a very good likeness, so she said, "Oh, I don't like this." And the artist was like, "Look, why don't you get a second opinion? Don't panic." So she went out into the alley and she found the drunk back there. She lifted up her skirt and she said, "Excuse me, does this look like Patrick Mahomes?" Drunk takes a sip. He goes, "No." He goes, "But the guy next to him looks like Kelsey." That's all I've got. Thank you very much.
Bill Jameson, everybody. Thank you for the hair. I appreciate it.
All right.
I don't have chemo. I'm just a piece of shit. All right.